Welcome to Chiropad TV. This is Dr. Paul Bindell, President of Life System Software. It is with great pleasure that we provide you with this segment of our video training series for the ChiroSuite program. This video concentrates on the provider catalog. In order to enter the provider catalog, from the front desk screen, we come to Tools, Catalogs, and Providers. When the system opens, it will open to the very first provider that is in the system. If you are a brand new user, it will show you Temp in the ID area, and it will have Temporary Provider in the physician's name. In order to shut off the temporary provider, simply change the status from active to inactive. In order to enter a new provider in the system, you would click on the green starburst and then begin entering information. The first information that you need is to enter an ID. It can be as simple as provider 1, it could be the doctor's initials, it could be anything that you choose. The sub-ID area should just be skipped at this time. Under the physician's name, you would enter the way the doctor wants his name to appear on the HCFA forms. For a casual name, you could put it in, but it is not necessary. This would be a nickname that everybody in the office calls the doctor, that is with the doctor's permission. And then you would enter the billing name. As far as the billing name is concerned, you want to enter this the way that you want it to appear on the HCFA form. So if you want it to be the doctor's names, then you would do that. Or if you wanted it to be the clinic name, you would do that. If there is more than one doctor in the office and you typically do your billing under the clinic name and receive the checks under the clinic name, you would definitely want to have the clinic name in this space. You would then enter the street, city, state, and zip code information, as well as the phone and fax numbers for your own office. In the ID or license information, you can enter the doctor's social security number, although at this point in time, in the era of identity theft, it is our recommendation that you do not use the social security number on billing, whether it's to insurance carriers or to patients. What should be used is your federal employer tax ID number, which you should put in both the box here on the right that says EIN for employer number, and here where it says TIN for tax identification number. The doctor's license number should be able to be copied straight off of the license he received from the state in which you practice. Originally, the PIN and group numbers that appeared here were for Medicare. However, as time went by and more companies instituted their own PIN and group numbers, the PIN and group numbers that were needed were moved onto the insurance catalog screens. At this point, however, the federal government has passed legislation that is going to force all of us to use a national provider ID number someplace within the next few years. This is the box that national provider ID number will go in. If they then decide to assign us to groups, the group number box is already available. If there is more than one provider of service in your office, and you want to provide billing to the insurance carriers separately, then you would put a check in this box for process individual claims. If there is only one doctor, one provider of service in the office, then you do not need to put a check in this box. The Suppress Missing Notes report should always be unchecked, because when you are using Chiropad, it is always advantageous to make sure that you know if you have any notes missing from the file before you send out your insurance claims. Depending upon who are the providers in your office, the system has a large number of disciplines that you will be able to select from. If in either your city, state, or both, you are required to collect sales tax for any service or product that you provide, then you would enter the tax rate in one of these two boxes. The system will then automatically calculate the sales tax and add it on for any service or product that you have designated as taxable. Also on this screen, you will note that there are two other tabs. If you click on the Other tab, in some states, you are required to have a rating code for workers' compensation. In others, the doctor has a specific authorization number that comes from the Workers' Compensation Board. If you have either of these numbers, be sure to enter them here. If you practice in the state of New York, their C4 form requires that you indicate the days of the week and the times of each day when you are available to testify in a workers' comp case. You would enter that information in this box. If there is a specific insurance manager at the workers' comp office that you deal with, you can enter that person's name here. Also, there is a tab for treatment facility. If this particular doctor that you have just entered in the system treats patients on a regular and frequent basis at a facility other than this office, then put a check in this box and then enter the name and address of that particular treatment facility. This information will appear automatically in box 32 of the insurance forms. Once you have completed all your entries, be sure that you click on the Save icon. If you do not save the information, it is as if you did not enter it. And then once you are finished with this screen, just click on the X and you return to the front desk. Thank you for watching this training video. Should you have additional questions that were not answered here, please contact support@chiropad.com or call us at 973-625-3716. We will do everything we can to make sure that you get the maximum benefit from using the ChiroSuite programs.